Hostage, a Todd Mills mystery, book 3 in the series. Arthur R.D. Zimmerman, publisher, Scribble Pub. Narrator, Eric Aust. Chapter 22. Oh, he didn't like this. Oh, this scared him. Thinking back on everything he'd read, Elliot knew this wasn't good. Tina had been in the bathroom since Matthew had left, and he knew there was nothing left to come out of her except her insides, and that was exactly what seemed to be happening. If they weren't precisely where they were in these subterranean chambers, and if the police, the FBI, and who knew who else weren't looking for them, which they surely were, Elliot would drag Tina to the closest hospital and make them fill her up intravenously with fluids. "Oh, Elliot, I can't stop it," she moaned from behind the closed door. "The cramps are so bad." "I know, dear, I know." There was another gush from inside her, and she cried. "There's so much blood." "Just be cool." Elliot leaned against the door frame and mumbled. "I can't say for sure because, of course, I'm not a doctor, as we both know, but I think this goes beyond cytomegalovirus clotis. I mean, CMV isn't usually quite so aggressive. It could be another organism, say, Giardia, which is definitely not fun, but no, that wouldn't explain the blood. Now, would it? Nor would simple food poisoning, say, if you ate some meat that wasn't cooked all the way through or ate some bad mayonnaise. I mean, actually, it sounds to moi like you've got a lesion or something going on, like one of your intestines has cracked a leak. Tina, hun, you sure you never had any KS? No. Oh my God, oh. Crying, she paused, gasped for air. No, I don't think so. Well, I suppose if you did. Okay, so what else could it be? He thought through all the typical stuff, lactose intolerance, spicy foods, fatty foods, all that crap. But none of them would explain the blood. Scratching his nose, he glanced over at the huge box full of drugs they dragged down here. Unfortunately, this went way beyond anything he could deal with. Maybe when Matthew returned, they should just take her out of here and ditch her somewhere, then call 911 and tell them to fetch her, or maybe she couldn't wait that long. In fact, listening to her writhe, he doubted she could. What she probably needed now was not only an IV of fluids, but a good strong transfusion. "Hun," he called through the door, "I can hear you crying in there, but can you tell me, are any tears rolling down those pretty cheeks of yours?" "What?" she sniffled. "Actually, no." He slapped his cheek, rolled his eyes. Oh, this was definitely not cool. No tears meant her body couldn't spare a drop of moisture, which clearly signified that Tina was already acutely dehydrated, notwithstanding that her kidneys could be seriously and permanently damaged. Big deal at this point. She was probably just minutes away from slipping into shock. Shit. When the hell was Matthew going to get back? Okay, just think, you moron. Elliot scurried over to the boxes of food. There was nothing he could do about the loss of blood. Who knew? Maybe it wasn't so awfully bad. Maybe it was just scaring Tina. But he'd had, unfortunately, personal experience with massive diarrhea, and he knew just what to mix up. Finding his bottle of corn syrup, he poured about half a cup of the gooey liquid into a big plastic cup. From the bathroom, she said, "I think it stopped. The cramps are gone." "Oh, that's fab," exclaimed Elliot as he grabbed a bottle of apple juice from the cooler. "I'll be right there. I'm making you a cocktail, but just stay put, okay? I don't want you getting up or moving real fast." "Sure, I'm just going to wash my hands." He dumped the juice in the cup, added some water, and swirled it all together. Oh, and a big dash of salt, of course. Taking a quick sip, Elliot shrugged. Not his best, but not so bad either, and guaranteed to do wonders for the body's chemical harmony. Jeez, this is just like being back at the restaurant. I was a pretty damn good waiter. People really liked me. I made tons of tips. Unfortunately, much more than I ever did on my paintings, but that's a sob story for another time. "Tina, how about a graham cracker?" From behind the closed door, he heard a thunk, the sound of something solid hitting something hard. He glanced over, heard nothing else. "Tina? Hun? You okay?" Everything terrible flashed through his mind, and for a moment he couldn't move. Then, with the drink in hand, he hurried over to the door and tapped. Nothing. No moaning. No crying. A zip of fear shot through Elliot. Standing there, holding the plastic cup, he knocked again. Tina, he called, his hand shaking as he put the cup on the floor. Tina, it's me, Elliot. Open up. You gotta open up, hun. Elliot's stomach heaved and his body flushed with panic. Something was wrong, horribly so. Dear God, he thought. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, and my dear friend is mortally sick. Tina! No, he couldn't fail her, not now. Tina needed him, and she needed him now. He kicked back in, barely missing a beat, and pushed the door inward, but it opened only a few inches before it hit something. Terrified, Elliot peered in and saw Tina's twig-like body sprawled on the floor, a small pool of blood spilling from her head. Tina! Screamed Elliot as he pushed his way in. Tina! Gay Mysteries audiobooks. I think it is easy to hate a label, but a face humanizes the word. So this effort is twofold. To offer comfort to those like myself that your world didn't end because you don't fit into the view of acceptable society on both sides. And in hopes of helping those with family that are LGBTQ, that it doesn't mean we are aliens from the child they once knew. Reassure them so they can maybe be supportive at the same time, being true to their values.